Hi, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restorations, and this is my latest eBay offering. This is a fully restored, fully functional Nishijin. It is a 1973 model. It is a Super Deluxe Model B, and this one has the center attraction is called Derby. It features a horse racing motif. When I do my restorations, I strip everything that you can possibly see off of the machine. Everything gets cleaned. All of the metal gets polished. All the rust gets scrubbed off. The plastic gets a coat of wax to keep it clean. The wood gets sanded. The wood gets coated with polyurethane. Everything gets, again, taken off, cleaned, and then reassembled. So the machines are as clean as they possibly can be. They get pretty dirty when they've been in pachinko parlors and sitting in people's garages for a long time. I also wire them with a 9-volt power supply. So all you have to do is plug this in, and then the lights will work that are on the machine. There are a number of lights on this machine that will come into play. I'll show you them in just a second. Right now, let me open the door here so you can get a nice look at the play field. The play field does have water damage. It's one thing that I don't replace. The moisture seeps underneath this vinyl coating. It gets at the wood that's behind it and stains it. So that's what you see up in here. This is water damage. It is not anything that's dirty. This surface is extremely clean. It's just, again, I do my machines to keep a little bit of a vintage look to them. After all, they are 45 or so years old. They're not going to be perfect. I just try to make them as close to perfect as I can get them. Let me close this up. Right now there's a single piece of plexiglass there. You can put glass in there. Some people prefer real glass. It actually holds 2 pieces of plexiglass. There's only one in there right now. There's only one necessary. Originally they would have had 2 pieces of glass in there. So Pachinko is a cool game in the sense that anybody, any age, can play the game. Doesn't really require any skill. There's technique, of course, but no real skill. All you have to do is push down on the launch lever and launch a ball, and that's how you play Pachinko. So we'll just launch one. It goes into what's called a tulip. When a prize is made, you get a prize of 14 balls, and there's 2 lights in this area that will light up, telling you that you did get a win. Let's see if I can get another one here. Now what that'll do when it goes into the center, it will open or close the tulips. Let's see if I can get one over on this side into the tulip. And again, the prize. So the balls come out here. They will empty down into the lower tray, and it's just a matter of getting a handful, reaching right up over the top of the machine where the upper hopper is, and loading them into the machine again. Like that. This is freestanding on these legs. This can be mounted on the wall. You would build a case around it, take the feet off, set it in the case, and then screw through the case into the machine so it doesn't fall out. The nice thing about that is then you can swing it out, get at the guts, so on and so forth. With the freestanding, you have to hang on to the frame, but this will open up. This will swing out. And you can see the gut side here. Okay, I'm going to turn this around and show you the back side. This one is kind of cool. I've never seen one like this before. All of the what I call the guts with a few exceptions, are clear plastic, so that you can actually see all the mechanisms work. While someone else is playing the machine, obviously, you can see how all the levers and things work on the machine. So this is the 9-volt power supply, goes up here, runs through a fuse. There is a light here, and there are 2 lights in here. There's 2 switches. When this switch is made, it will turn this light on. I'll talk about that in just a second. And there's another switch in here that gets made when a jackpot is made. So to get the machine ready, you would buy some pachinko balls. I don't include any. They're heavy and they're very easily gotten on eBay. So if you do buy this machine, the first thing you'd want to do is go back to eBay and buy some pachinko balls. Typically 300, 400, 500 balls. They load up into this tray up here like this. They fill this. They go into the turnaround, come down through this, and then 7 balls go on this side of the jackpot, 7 balls go on that side of the jackpot, so that when you do get a win, your prize is 14 balls. So it would release the 14 balls out of this area. They drop down, go over here, hit a bell, and then go out the front of the machine. In the meantime, the whole mechanism resets, and it would load it up with 14 more balls again. Another thing that you would need, again, I don't supply it, you would need some sort of a box or a Tupperware bowl or something. When you do play the machine, a losing ball will exit out of the machine down this chute right here, and it would drop into the box. I made a wooden box and put some soft stuff in it, so it just fits in there. Another ball would exit here, so you want to have something that's as wide as this area here, again, just to catch the balls. So it doesn't have to be a nice box. It can be literally anything that you want it to be, as long as it'll let the balls drop into it. So if you take see if I can move this a little closer so you can see it. All of this metal, everything taken off. This board would have been completely stripped. This board gets sanded. This board gets sanded. Polyurethane, 2 coats of polyurethane. All of the metal gets cleaned up. All the rust gets scrubbed off. I mean, I scrub rust off of each individual screw. I'm a little bit anal about that. Anything that is brass gets polished back to the original brilliance of the brass. Brass will tarnish, but brass is very pretty. This is all brass in here. Brass is very pretty when it's all nice and shiny. So that's the back. You know, this frame here, this wooden frame, this all gets taken apart. All of this comes off. Each individual board gets sanded down, so it's back to the nice finish of the wood, and then 2 coats of polyurethane are applied. This is red mahogany. It's a pretty rare wood these days. Back in the 70s it was fairly common, but now it's kind of a unique wood. So the second thing that I will also do is make another video for you, and that video would be to show you how to load the machine, how to put the pachinko balls into the machine, and what to look for if the machine doesn't pay out, if the ball gets jammed in there or something like that. That'll be a second video that I make. Again, I don't supply any balls. You would have to buy some balls. But this is about the 21st or 22nd one that I've restored. I enjoy doing it. It's what I do to keep me busy now that I'm retired. Take a lot of pride in my work. So if you've ever considered a pachinko machine, this is certainly one of the nicer ones that you'll find on eBay. Most of the machines that are on eBay have never been touched. They're just machines that people have found and decide they want to sell them. This one's been thoroughly restored and in beautiful working condition. So if you end up purchasing, I'll say thank you right now. If not, certainly thanks for watching the video.